Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi di channel saya. Di sini saya akan membahas paket tracer tentang Troubleshoot Multiarea OSPFv3. Langsung saja ke praktikum. Skenario. A large organization has recently decided to implement a multi-area OSPFv3 network. As a result, the network is no longer functioning correctly and communication through much of the network has failed. As a network administrator, you must troubleshoot the problem, fix the multi-area OSPFv3 implementation, and restore communication throughout the network. To do this, you are given the addressing table above, showing all of the routes in the network including their interface IPv6 addresses. You are told that in area 1, R2 is unable to form OSPF adjacency. In area 0 and area 2, 3 routes ABR2, R3, and R4 have not been able to form OSPF adjacency. Lastly, ABR1 and R1 have not received default route information. Part 1. Use S.Kom to troubleshoot OSPFv3 area 1. Step 1. Check the R2 configuration in area 1. A. Because R2 is not forming an adjacency with R1, console in R2 and configuration. Use the show running config command to view the configuration. Kita akan konfigurasi melihat permasalahan pada R2. Enable show running config. Is R2 OSPFv3 routing process configuration present and correct? Has OSPFv3 been activated on the G0/0 and loopback 1 interface and have they been set to the correct area? Kita cek gigabyte Ethernet 0/0, IP-nya 2001/db8. Ya, ini. Kemudian loopback-nya db8a8e1d. Loopback-nya ini sudah benar. B. If R2 OSPFv3 configuration are correct, it is possible that OSPFv3 has not been configured on the R1 gigabyte 0/0 interface. Console into R1 and issue a show running config command to check gigabyte 0/0 interface for the IPv6 OSPF 10 area 1 configuration. Kita akan melihat pada R1. Enable show running config. Is R1 OSPFv3 routing process configuration present incorrect? Has OSPFv3 been activated on the gigabyte Ethernet 0/0 interface and set to area 1? Ini sudah terkonfigurasi ya. Kita langsung ke C. It is possible that the hello interval and that interval time have been altered from the default value of 10 seconds and 40 seconds respectively. A time mismatch can cause the route to not form adjacency if that interval time is not 4 times the value of the hello interval timer. That code also causes the route to not form adjacency if that interval time is not 4 times the value of the hello interval time. That could also cause the route to not form adjacency. Check the hello interval and that interval time value on R1 and R2. Pada R1, kita akan mematikan perintah yang diberikan. So IP OSPF interface keyboard 0/0 10 40 kita lihat pada R2 so IPv6 OSPF interface gigabyte 0/0. Oh, di sini salah ya. Hello-nya 20, data 100. Is there a mismatch or incorrect configuration in either the R1 or R2 hello interval or that interval time? Jawabannya pada R2. Salahnya pada R2 ya ini. Okay, correct the hello interval and that interval timer configuration error on R2. Jadi kita akan konfigurasikan. Kita masuk ke configure terminal. Interface gigabyte 0/0 IPv6 OSPF hello interval 10. Kemudian IPv6 OSPF get interval 40. If the problem has been corrected, a size log message should appear in the R2 console showing on OSPF adjacency change from loading to full. State if the problem has been corrected and if so, what is the NBR address. Sini sudah berhasil lah, from loading to full, loading down. Langsung saja ke step 2. Check the router configuration in area 2 starting with ABR2. A. Because it was reported that router ABR2, R3, and R4 were all unable to form OSPFv3 adjacency, consult into the ABR2 border router to see why it is unable to form an adjacency with ASBR router. Langsung ke sini ABR2 enable show running config is ABR2 OSPFv3 routing process configuration process and correct. Has OSPFv3 been activated on the S serial 0/0/1 and gigabyte 0/1 interface and have then been set to area 2 serial 0/0 serial 0/0/1 IP-nya FOB2 ini ya 9 GB 2 ini areanya 2 benar. B. OSPFv3 requires the presence of 32-byte decimal router ID because ABR2 has no IPv6 address assigned to any of its interface. A router ID need to be manual configured. Configure ABR2 with sig.sig.sig.sig router ID. Kita akan konfigurasi ABR2. Secure terminal IPv6 router OSPF10 router ID sig.sig.sig. The problem has been corrected. Ya, sudah berhasil ya. C. On ABR2, a size log message showing recently changed from loading to full with NBR 3333 means that RT is now participating in the OSPF area 2 process. Check that R4 has provided route information from in connected network to the OSPF topology database. Ini ya, NBR 33. Kita write dulu, kita simpan dulu ya. So IPv6 OSPF database ini ya. Looking at the output show IPv6 database comment, what information would you tell the present of R4? Ini Step 3. Check ASBR for OSPFv3 default route distribution. A. Because ASBR is the edge route, It should have a static IPv6 default route in configure. If so, it can distribute that route using OSPFv3 and a default information originate command. Langsung ke ASBR, enable, so running config, di sini kita lihat default information gate. Tidak ada ya. B on ASBR add the default information originate command to the OSPFv3 routing process. Kita tambahkan configure terminal IPv6 router OSPF10 default information origin. Jangan lupa write memory. Check the IPv6 routing table of IBR1, IBR2 to see if the default route is the convert to OSPFv3. Kita akan cek show IPv6 route. Ini aja. Connected. Looking for the output of show IPv6 route. Did the router line of default route from OSPFv3? If so, is the line or line that signify this? Pada ASBR, dan kita lihat pada ASBR2, so IPv6 route. Ini ya. Demikianlah konfigurasi yang saya berikan. Di sini juga sudah 100. Konfigurasi yang telah kita lakukan telah selesai. Semoga bermanfaat bagi teman-teman yang menonton video ini. Kurang dan lebihnya saya mohon maaf. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.